girl. Good girl. Good girl. You'll know that nature, most of the time, smells really, really good. Like right now, my whole garden is absolutely covered in the sweet perfume of these blooming trees. Today we're going to do a bit of replanting. I've dug up some trees from unwanted spots. I'm going to dig up some holes for them and plant them here. We've got this tiny little patch of land that gets overrun by this like leafy invasive species, and it's devouring our garden. In an attempt to destroy their home base, we're gonna plant a lot of trees because we've noticed where there's more trees, they struggle to grow. So I have some flowers and I need to plant them. I feel like today is the right kind of day, and this is the right kind of spot, I hope. It may or may not come as a surprise to you, but I am not a natural green thumb in any sense of the word. I am only a natural green hair. Ha ha. I've only actually been gardening since I moved out here about 5 years ago, and I'm still very much so in the learning process. This is the poo pit, and it contains, you guessed it, poo. Not human poo. Old, composted animal poo, which plants love. So I'm gonna dig out some poo from the poo pit for my flowers. Most people don't like moles for this reason. But they can be great for your garden, and they can even be useful. I mean, how else are you gonna get such beautiful piles of aerated soil for the garden? But despite not being a natural green thumb or someone who like naturally kind of enjoys gardening, I still do it. I do it every year. I get really into it because it's really taught me a lot, not just about the actual act of gardening, but about myself and the environment that I live in. Patience, sustainability, give and take, balance. Living out here and connecting with nature in the way I have, I feel like it's given me a perspective I maybe wouldn't have otherwise gained. They look like little worms. I'm really excited about these. The seeds almost look like sawdust. Bosh. Perfect. And this week we had some unprecedented heat. It got up to 28 degrees Celsius, I want to say. So we made an obligatory lake trip.
Is this a game to you? It's raising dust.
I actually grew up by the seaside, and now I live so far away from the seaside that I've had to get used to lakes, swimming in lakes, lake culture. Lakes is the big, powerful body of water. It's a completely different feeling that I have no idea how to put into words. I was gifted these wild sunflower roots, or topinamburs, by a friend's family. They're edible just like this. But I'm gonna plant them so I can have some in my garden as well. There's a root in here I didn't dig out. It's got a worm in it. Can you see the worm?
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Okay, that plant's in there. Okay, maybe if I just make a nice row for myself to start with. Lovely jubbly. Plop. Oops. Plop.
There's two in one.
They're attached.
Oh.
Do you want me to save one for us to eat?
One isn't a lot, is it?
Well, it's just to try it.
Can try it.
What if we don't like it?
Yeah.
Or I can just plant all of them.
How many are there?
I was gifted all of these seed packets, and they all have seeds. Pumpkin seeds, specifically. So let's plant them. This is my first year planting pumpkins from seed. Last year I was gifted some pumpkin seedlings, and I planted those in my garden and grew them. Previously in my life, I've not really enjoyed the flavor of pumpkin. It's only recently that I've come to savor the flavor, as it were. I grew up quite a picky eater, but now that I garden and I'm trying to get into gardening, my palate is expanding because I want to be able to grow a lot of my own food. I want to be able to eat the food I grow, but a lot of the food that is growable in my climate is not a lot of the food that I actually enjoy to eat. So it's been an interesting process trying to understand what is possible for me to grow and the kind of flavors that I enjoy. It's kind of again forced me to open my eyes to a different way of life, a different way of flavor, and I'm really glad it has. I'm really starting to acquire tastes, genuinely. I still enjoy lots of exotic flavors, and I don't think I could ever give up things like chocolate. I could never go completely local. I could never, I guess, develop a completely local diet. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to explain, but I guess I really want to be able to have a much more locally dependent diet. Food is always so much better when you grow it yourself, because actually the conditions in which you grow it and the way you grow it, the kind of care you give it, does actually affect the flavor. It's a really interesting thing to experience. It seemed like a totally BS thing when other people said it, but now that I'm experiencing for myself, I can't get enough of that homegrown flavor. It truly is different. You're pre-seasoning your food. And even that is kind of an interesting concept, because all of these foods that I can grow locally aren't even foods that are necessarily native. Pumpkins, for example, are native to North America, a completely different continent. He is.
And here we are, back at planting trees again. These ones are actually some ones we bought on the way home from the city because we happened to just pass by a tree shop. So we got some new apple trees because our apple trees are getting all up there in age, and also some native fir trees, pine trees, coniferous trees. I can't tell the. I'm sorry, I don't know the difference. These ones.
Oh my gosh. Bug. Grub.
Anyway, we are thoroughly woken up for spring. Thank you for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, join me in the next one.